Hey, what's up? Welcome back to the round table. And we are back here in Hialeah. Part one got cut off, by mistakenly. So we're just gonna do a two-part, which is we're here in Hialeah. We're doing a walkthrough of Hialeah. We just passed the Boston Market that I told you used to be a Boston Market. I was giving you a background on Sedano's, where Sedano's that used to be a Lionel's Play World, which was a toy company who was adjacent to Toys R Us, but like I told you in the first part of the video, they ended up their service just stopped in the 90s. Toys R Us has recently closed their stores, and they stopped their stores in maybe the late 90s, but I haven't seen no Lionel's Play World in the year 2000. Most of y'all may not have remembered Lionel's Play World, but I remembered it. I actually think I've ever been in there. And there's also used to be over here used to be an Ideal baby store. Well, where Xfinity is at right now, I believe there used to be Men's Warehouse. Yep. It was, if you ever heard of Men's Warehouse, I think they still exist, but not too many of them still exist, where it's like a men's suit store where you can buy suits and stuff. Also, where Sedano's used to be, I believe there used to be a baby store as well, an Ideal baby store, if I'm not mistaken. But I know it used to be a baby store. When Lionel's Play World left, I believe the place was vacant. I'm not for sure, because Lionel's Play World left when I was young, and it's probably ended up it became an Ideal baby store, which was like a little baby store for kids. And eventually that store got taken away, and it became a Sedano. Now this is the La Granja, chicken, steak, and seafood. Now by the looks of the building, you can tell what this used to be. Correct. It was a Pizza Hut. This location was actually a Pizza Hut. Needless to say, I've never eaten at that location, but I knew you can always tell former Pizza Hut locations because of the shape of the roof. This is a Pincho. They call it was originally called Pinto Factory, but I guess now they call it just Pincho. I don't know if it's a national chain restaurant, but I know it's a chain restaurant down here, but I don't know if it's a national chain restaurant. We are here on the corner of West 49th Street, which is also called Northwest 103rd Street, and Northwest 67th Avenue, which is called West 12th Avenue in Hialeah, which is also Ludlam Road and Mylender Boulevard. This is also the same street where my alma mater school, where I was a student at, Hialeah Miami Lakes, which is further north of this location. But we are not going to get into that. We'll probably go in details on another episode with that. This is a mobile. I believe this used to be a 7-Eleven, because the outlook of this gas station, it has the old 7-Eleven outlook. So I'm not for sure if this was originally a 7-Eleven, but I can understand. This is Gus Machado. This has always been here. This has been here for over 35 years, and I'm in my early 40s. So of course, Gus Machado is Spanish. Well, I want to say Machado because it's called Gus Machado. So it's basically like a Spanish car dealership, but I'm quite sure everybody's welcome here. This is the credit loan page. This is Domino's. I don't know how long Domino's been here. I'm just giving you a walkthrough of basically how 103rd looks. I know back then it was totally different. You had different stores, you had different stores here. Like I said in previous videos, a lot of these restaurants and businesses are getting bought out. Go ahead. If you've seen my video of when I did Westland Mall, I actually did a video of Westland Mall. We talked about Radio Shack and how Radio Shack had came back. And then recently I did a video where they took the Radio Shack out of there, and the only Radio Shack here that's in South Florida is the one at the Mall of the Americas, which is now known as Midway Crossings. So Yeah, and we're gonna come up to another location that got revamped. Now this wasn't a restaurant. This was actually another department store, of course, and if you see my previous videos, you will know what store I'm talking about. Actually, yes, because remember Westland Mall, we did actually talk in Westland Mall that they did get rid of the Sears inside of Westland Mall, because I did a video inside the mall. And across the street from Westland Mall, there was 2 shopping centers. One of them had a Winn-Dixie, which revamped into a Fresco. And that's directly across the street from Westland Mall. You know, here you have a nail tech school, a Subway, a storage place. You have an Olive Garden that wasn't here back in the 90s. I mean, it recently probably been here. It's been here for years, but not like in the 90s and stuff where it came. You know, it probably popped up in the early 2000s. So, because I don't remember back in the 90s that the Olive Garden was here. The same thing with Longhorn Steakhouse. Now, the only place I know that's been here for the longest that we did talk about, I think in the video, was Red Lobster that was further down. Because I have been to that Red Lobster as well. We're coming up to a shopping center, Ross, where you see the big sign that says Ross. If you can't see it, excuse me more, because of the lightning and the sun and everything. This business card place has been here for years. It's been here since I was young as well too. It's a lot of places. I'll let you go. Now, the one thing I can tell you about Hialeah that you have to be very, very careful. The number one problem in Hialeah is the drivers and the transportation. Not transportation as in bus services, not like that, which is a problem because, you know, they don't have 24 service here in Hialeah. But it's the drivers, because a lot of elderly people drives out here, and Hialeah drivers, I've been told, and I've seen it, I've heard it, and I've experienced it, well, they drive crazy out here. Meaning that you come out here, you gotta have a plan and where, because you know, they have elderly drivers that are over the age of 60 and 70 and 80. I recently seen on the news there was a 90-something-year-old driver that crashed and, you know, put a little girl in the hospital, and it was crazy. And I say, yeah, a lot of these elderly people, especially these Latin and Spanish, are not saying that, you know, it's an epidemic, or not saying, you know, that, but allegedly, you know, Hialeah, I've heard a lot of people say Hialeah is the worst place to be. You know, whether you're walking or driving, because there's a lot of people that comes out here. I mean, there's a lot of, you know, heavy traffic, and not only that, drivers are crazy out here. They drive any type of way. Like, this is 103rd. 103rd, also called 49th Street in Hialeah, is one of the busiest streets out here. So, you come out here, you're gonna have mad crazy. Now, we're gonna end our video soon, but I just wanted to give you a look. This Ross and Aldi's and now Rana Furniture, Didi's Discount. This used to be a Kmart. I don't know if I said it in my previous video. This is a Metro PCS store. I'm guessing they're revamping it and stuff like that. But this used to be a Kmart. And over here, I believe, used to be a movie theater over here. I mean, I remember we did a video a while back and we said there was a movie theater here. Further across the street, there was a $1 movie theater. And I think there used to be a movie theater over here as well, too. But, yeah, there was movie theaters everywhere. We're going to fast forward for a minute. Well, I was going to fast forward, but we're going to end our video at Westland Mall, but we didn't. And I had to make a quick stop right quick. But, like I said, this thing used to be a Kmart. Now, I don't know what used to be with it, but I think it was just a Kmart altogether. But this was one of the few Kmarts. I believe the first Kmart that closed was in North Miami, and it was next to a Publix, and it got revamped into a big shopping center. And this was one of the ones that went next. The one that I did the other day at Central Shopping Plaza was one of the last few to go. watching out because I heard birds, and you know birds like to poop on you. And I've had that done several times to me, especially going to work, and I had to go to work with poop on my clothes. But yeah, this right here is called Larkin Community Hospital, Palm Springs campus. The reason why they call it Palm Springs campus because there's another Larkin Community. This used to be Palm Springs General Hospital. Now they don't have no bus service here. This is the bus stop right here that we're coming up to, and you walked in because they have another location which is in South Miami. It is less than a 5-minute walk from the shops at Sunset. So if you ever go down south and you're walking in the South Miami area, you'll see the Larkin Community Hospital. This is the Palm Springs campus that used to be formerly Palm Springs General Hospital. I guess Larkin bought the company because it was a private hospital. It wasn't owned by any known health company that I knew of. And this was the bus stop where you get off at to get to the location. I guess he was going to pick up his ride. Now, this is a beauty school, LaBelle Beauty School. And this right here, this building, the location that sits on the corner here used to be called Hong Kong Buffet. It was a Chinese restaurant here. What happened to the Chinese restaurant? No, they didn't go out of business. No, nobody didn't buy them out. They caught on fire. If you ever been here, you know, you've seen with over the years, they had a lot of black stuff on the outside that looked as if they caught on fire, which I've never heard of it because I think I was younger at the time. But you know, no, I was an adult and they were still here because they were here until like mid 2000s, maybe 2012, 2013, because I know they've been here since the mid 2000s. I know recently, this was way before the pandemic, maybe 2016, 17 maybe. You know, I know it was sometime after 2010, I know that, where this location closed because they caught on fire, and I believe they closed and never remodeled or never opened back up, and they never opened this location back up. So that's basically what happened to this. They didn't get bought out by another business. They didn't close down because of financial crisis. They was actually doing good. They had a nice little fish tank. As you walked in, you saw the fishes in the fish tank. They had nice food in there. It was a part that me and my family used to go to a lot. And my last remembrance of going in there was in the mid 2000s, probably 2010, 2011. I remember going there, you know, with my family. So that's how I know that it was recently closed and caught on fire. Even not recently because this is 2024. So, you know, it closed way before the pandemic, you know, but it got burnt down and stuff like that. This is coming up to West 16th Avenue and where 49th Street is another shopping center where they have a Publix and a few stores. They have a Happy Buffet, which is probably a Chinese restaurant. I don't know exactly what they're selling now. I've never been there. And this Pollo Tropical right here was home to Miami Subs. Was it this one? Yeah, it was this location because I was thinking about this location, but I think this one got built here. This Pollo Tropical was home to Miami Subs Grill, which is now called Miami Sub. We'll do a video about them in the future, but this was home to Miami Subs. We're gonna do a video in the future about them. This is Verizon, and of course the Krispy Kreme donuts with the hot now sign on. So the biscuit, the donuts are ready. And we are now coming up to Westland Mall, which will be the end of our video because we've already did a video of Westland Mall. I'm gonna go in there, grab me a drink, grab me something to eat, and then this will be the end of my day. We're going to cross the street. I'm going to give you a background about Hialeah as well. This is Northwest 103rd Street, East and West 49th Street. If you're in Hialeah, they call this West 49th Street, but in technical terms, it's Northwest 103rd Street. This is West 16th Avenue, Flamingo, Kiwanis International Boulevard. You know, And this is 103rd is the gateway of Hialeah. 103rd takes you all the way through to Miami Shores, and it takes you far out west to Hialeah Gardens. So this is the most popular street. That's why I say you get a lot of traffic over here with a lot of people, because the traffic over here is crazy. This is a new Chick-fil-A that recently opened up. I was thinking that this was the Miami Subs, but this was the Miami Subs here where the Pollo Tropical is at. A lot of the Miami Subs have closed and got revamped, but they're still Miami Subs, which is now called, they're called Miami Grill now. They're not called Miami Subs anymore. They're called Miami Grill. We're going to do a food review on them in the near future. I recently did Miami. I ate at Miami Subs. I did one from Broward, but I didn't do the review because it was before I started doing my food reviews, and I was like, yeah. And I really don't eat inside Miami Grills. I normally just go inside of, people, trying to turn this up. I really don't go inside Miami Grill, like eat inside. I normally just get my food to go and stuff like that, but we're gonna do that. So yeah, if you have any questions or comments, if you have any history of Hialeah, you can email me, ron700@yahoo.com. You can also comment at the bottom of this page. There was a movie theater that sat over here. I know I probably recently showed you the movie theater, and there is a Golden Corral. Now this is one of the few Golden Corrals that opened up, because Golden Corral only had one location in Miami, and that was in the South End in Florida City. I didn't mention that in my Florida City tour, but there was only one Golden Corral, and it was in Florida City. The location that people used to go to from Miami was in Pembroke Pines. Now, I don't know if they're still open, because I've learned somewhere that they have closed, and I don't know if it was due to the pandemic. I don't know if they opened back up, but this Golden Corral, I'm going to get a little closer footage of it, is open. Now, when I tell you, when you come to this Golden Corral, be prepared, because this Golden Corral stays packed. I mean, when I mean packed, I mean, there's people here. There's a Fresco, there's a Marshall's. It used to be a Bed Bath & Beyond here, where the WSS Shoe Style and Selection store is at. But remember, recently Bed Bath & Beyond went out of business, so they're no longer in business. So I guess that's where the WSS. I seen a commercial for them. I always thought that it was just a mom and pop store, but then I actually seen a commercial for them, and I'm like, oh, they actually is a chain, And I guess that's where they're at, where the old Bed Bath & Beyond used to be at. I always get Bed Bath & Beyond confused with Bath & Body Works, because they basically, names are similar. Now, the Golden Corral sits over here behind the Wendy's. I know you probably can't see it, but like I say, that Golden Corral, especially on Sundays, you come on a Sunday, Lord Jesus, there's a line. I've been here several times. Now, I know me and my mom and my family went for my mom's birthday one year. I don't know if it was last year or the year before last, I don't remember. And it wasn't decent, but on Sundays, good Lord, the line is like cuckoo crazy. When I tell you cuckoo crazy, the line is cuckoo crazy. Like, the line doesn't go outside, but no, one time the line did go outside. But this place, because you do realize, you do realize this is the only Golden Corral here in Miami. And like I said, the other Golden Corral, I believe, is in Florida City, far out. And who is going to drive from Miami Gardens or or Liberty City all the way to Homestead and Florida City for a Golden Corral when you go to Pembroke Pines? So they built one over here, and trust me, they're making their money. Now, remember I told you the Hooters was used to be an IHOP. This is the IHOP that moved over here. They open 24 hours, so you know that their entrance is not the only place that has an entrance that's on the outside of the store of the mall. Is the Chili's, which sits over here. No, actually, yeah, Chili's has an outside entrance, but their outside entrance is basically like a to-go thing, and they also have an inside entrance inside of the mall. And of course, this used to be a Sears. This used to be a Forever 21s, and they revamped the store into the Halloween store, Spirit Halloween. Every Halloween they turn this into a Spirit Halloween, where they sell Halloween stuff for Halloween. And of course, this Fuddruckers, like I said, used to be the Piccadillys, but it's now Fuddruckers. So we are now going to end the part 2 of our walkthrough of Hialeah. I thank you for watching this episode. You can comment at the bottom of this page or the first part of this episode if you have any memories of Hialeah you want to share, or stories of Westland Mall and Hialeah. We did do an episode of Westland Mall. Go look at prior to it. You can also email me roundtable00@yahoo.com. In the back of this mall, we're really not in the back because in the back is a parking lot, but in the back, and you go out and there's a side street that'll take you to the Office Depot. Remember earlier we said Office Depot got moved near the mall. You go in the back, and there's a side street that's along the 826 Expressway, which is over there, and it'll take you to a mini shopping center that also has Office Depot. Now I visited that Office Depot because I needed some stuff from there, and I was like, ooh, it's a walk from the mall, but you'll get there. But this is the Round Table Talk. I am your host, C Money. Thank you for watching. As always, stay safe, stay blessed, stay hydrated. I will see you in the next episode. Take care.